More than 20 million children live in homes without the physical presence of a father. The mission of the Monologues of a Poetic Mistress is to present a platform to everybody in the world on domestic violence and child abuse awareness. We're also addressing that fatherless piece because a lot of times, a lot of the situations that take place we don't have our fathers in our lives. We don't have those role models in our lives anymore.
Growing up without a father, it honestly brings along a lot of different challenges mentally, physically, and emotionally that most children aren't ready for.
Growing up without a father, I definitely had anger issues stemming from that. Like I said, growing up in a household with crackheads, or people addicted to crack, mostly my grandfather was hard because every day I seen him beating on me, beating on my grandmother.
I could say as a youth and as an adult, it's something that doesn't come to the surface of the conversation sometimes, and when it definitely does, it's always an emotional situation. One of the things I recognize is that in the community, and even amongst the group here, is that we have a lot of shared experiences when it comes to the absenteeism.
I also want to come up with a conference where we're having the conversation about fatherless daughters.
My father was very abusive to my mother, so I would watch him beat her a lot. I did not see. I don't think I've ever seen them love and hug and kiss each other or tell each other that they love each other.
In the public eye, my dad was well admired, but inside the home, he was a monster.
We weren't allowed to spend time with my father. It was just my brother and I. So I was instructed by my mom at the time that when you see your father, to run.
It is so important that we address this fatherless piece, which will bring down the numbers in domestic violence and child abuse, because when we're missing that loved one, we're not used to seeing the action of a mother and a father, the presence of love between the two of them. As children, we take on the behavior, the one that we're closest to. If it were classified as a disease, fatherlessness would be an epidemic worthy of the attention as a national emergency.
Right. Everybody think we learn stuff because it's on words. No, we learn through images.
Right.
We learn through watching. So whatever you doing different that your parents didn't do with you, your kids are gonna pick up on. And I try to model different things in front of my son. That if I grew up in a home in which I saw a father hitting the mother, hitting back and forth, it's important for especially young men when they grow up to watch us as men around women. So they need to see us holding our women. They need to see us hugging our women. They need to see us kissing our women. They need to see us telling our women we love you for no reason, doing good things for them. Yeah. But see, then they will mimic that as they grow up, and they'll have that with their women, and they'll have that with their children.
We live in a world where fatherlessness is affecting each and every one of us. We're either one, we know one, we've married one. We have to bring an end to the fatherless child now.
Break the chain.
Break the chain for me.